a lot of people ask me how to buy a property in Thailand. Of course, there's many things like you need the best location. You need to check if the title is okay. You need to check, of course, if the property is okay. You have to compare it with the market value. You always have to, of course, purchase under market demand and under market value. So a distressed deal, that's what I always say, right? And then there's other things you have to really take into the consideration. For example, you have a transfer registration fee of minimum 1%, right? Then you have to take a look at the mortgage fee, which is normally in Thailand also 1%. If you can take a mortgage, of course, for foreigners, it's more difficult. Then you have a stamp duty fee of 0.5%, right? And then you have other small costs, like when you want to install water or electricity is between 1 and 5,000 baht, and a sinking fund is something really special in Thailand. Sinking fund means a fund which the property, the condo, if you, for example, buy, reserves every year to maintain the property, right? And of course, you have the common fee. And I think what most people forget is, of course, the insurance per year, because you should insure your property. And this is something also which most people don't do. And what most people also don't do in Thailand, which I do always do, is a snack and an inspect report before you buy it. This is also very important, even if you buy a new property, right? Because let's say if you take over from a developer and then you live in it and then you discover that certain things are not working properly, it can be even things which are very costly. So better to get an inspector in, even if it costs you an extra 10 or 20,000 baht, it's worth it, really worth it, even for one bedroom, even for a studio, right? So, and then you have, of course, you have to think of the cost of ownership per year. People mostly think, oh yeah, it's Thailand, doesn't matter, this and that. You need to see at the cost. Some cost is 0.02% to 0.1% of the property value you have to pay every year, right? Which value? Of course, the value which is registered in the land department, which sometimes can be lower than the real value, right? And of course, the common fee. Common fee rather high. For example, on condos in Sukhumvit or in Sathorn, right? They can range from, let's say 100,000 baht or to even more for a 2-bedroom in a really good area. Yeah, depends on which unit. You can have units of 10,000 baht, 5,000 baht per year, even up to hundreds of thousands of baht. And then if you have your own villa, of course, it's other kinds of costs because you don't have common fees or you don't have sinking funds, but you have to put it for yourself because there's always things breaking down and you have to maintain the villa. Because what is also important in Thailand, we all know the weather, a lot of sun, a lot of rain in some seasons. So there's a lot of maintenance costs. Air conditioning, like for example in the Middle East and in Thailand, are very important. And of course, water. If, for example, what I would always recommend to put separate extra water filters inside for the water, for not even only for drinking, but also for your hair and your skin when you take a shower. And then other things are also really important. Like if I buy air conditioning, I don't buy the cheap ones, right? I buy the air conditioning, which are the 5-star low energy ones. Because every month you have your electricity bill, even though it's not high in Thailand, but it's worth to buy a more expensive one than the little cheaper ones. Solar, yeah, they're not really there yet. But of course, if you have a really big villa, then why not? You can consider solar too. But then you need to be sure that the villa is used a lot. For example, if you do rental, it could be interesting. And also that you're planning to hold that villa for at least 5 years, right? Otherwise, solar, I don't see really a point at this moment. Hopefully they will change that it will be a point because the solar panels are getting more cheaper, right? So, yeah, and there's many other things. If you want to have some more advice, you just give me a shout out or a DM. And I can find you some distressed deals, or I can help you to purchase or something like this with Yalla Properties, of course, or with Thai Realty Group. And not of course only in Bangkok or Koh Samui or Koh Phangan, but around the world. But since I'm mainly based from Thailand, it means that I travel a lot either way, but from Thailand, then I can help you, of course. I have a team in Thailand, so they can help you too. If you want, if you have like a small request, like only buying a condo, I can also advise you for your needs what is maybe the best investment in which area or what condo and where and how, or how it works with ownership structures, for example, in Thailand, or what you have to do, or what are the tax benefits or the tax negatives in Thailand. There's many ways and many different things which I've been through, of course. And yeah, or even the business, right? Business is very interesting in Thailand, but you have to have local presence, that's for sure. Okay, yalla, let's go. Let me know if you need some advice. Let's go, let's go. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Ciao.